There is a very important trade setup on USDJPY on the 4-hour chart. I want to show you that in detail. And also, I believe that the market on USDJPY is going to begin to move all the way to the upside on the 1-day chart. I will show you that also in detail and on the 1-week chart. And if you look at the Euro USD here from this very point where the market is at this very area, I believe that the market have capability from here of coming all the way into this very area. I'm going to show you why I believe so in this very video, and you should look for a sell opportunity on Euro USD. All of this and many more in this very video, so pay attention and watch this video gradually all the way to the very end. USDJPY price action. If you look at this very price action, discover that market from here is moving all the way to the upside. So we see this very move from here all the way upward, and then from here we see the FOMC meeting that happened this very week few days ago, and the market move upward, create a new high, higher than the previous high, very important, come back down, move upward again. One thing very important here is there are key levels on this very price action that we need to mark out. And the first key level is this very area right at this very point. So this is a very strong level of resistance. And that is where the market is approaching right now. More importantly, that's why we see the rejection from this very area. And this very area of resistance have been tested here, this very area, and this very area. So what do you expect from the market to happen? Personally, what I'm expecting is for the market to come back down before the next move to the upside. I still believe that the market on the USDJPY 4-hour chart is going to still move all the way to the upside, and that is very important. So for that reason, this is what I am looking at right now on this very price action. And this is the setup I am expecting to play out for me to take a buy opportunity to the upside. So market should move upward. However, I have a first point of interest right at this very point. Okay, this is my first point of interest right here. And if the market come back down into this very area for a retracement, I am going to enter for a buy opportunity to the upside. And the second point is this very area right here as well. So these 2 points is where I am expecting market to retrace into for me to enter the next move to the upside. Because if you look at this very price action, you discover that market move from this very point all the way to this very area, and then we have good correction. Okay, this is about 60-70% correction. Market move upward, we have this little correction, move upward, little correction, and then move this much. I am expecting the market to move into this area before the next move upward, or move into this very point before the next move to the upside, and this is very important. So this is what I am expecting on the 4-hour charts USDJPY moving forward. And if I take my major 2 right at this very point, that is my long position 2, and I position it right here. This is my entry if market come into this very area. Obviously, my stop loss is going to be within this very region right at this very point. And then I look for 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. Okay, this is how this setup is going to look like. This is very important. And if market come back down, let's say market come into this very point before the next move upward, then my setup is going to look like this. This is what I'll be looking at, because my entry obviously is going to be at this very point, and I will expect the market to move upward more than expected into this very area. So I'll be looking for 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. This is what I am looking at right now. Obviously, my stop loss should be slightly below this very spike right here. So my stop loss is going to be below here, while my take profit target is going to be at this very point. So this is what you need to pay attention to right now. So this is how it's going to play out if the market come back into this very area before the next move to the upside. This is on the 4-hour chart, that is on the immediate short term. Okay, this is what I am expecting. I am still expecting the market to move upward on the long term, that is on the 1-day chart. Let's quickly look at that very 1-day chart so that you position yourself in line with the market. Look at it right here. Market has been coming all the way to the downside. Let me remove this, and if you look at it, you discover that we are in a very strong downward movement. This is a downtrend already. So market from here have been coming all the way to the downside, retracement, downward retracement, down retracement. market come back down, what do you think? Did not create a new low anymore, which means there is a change in the trajectory of what the market has been doing all the way to the downside, which means market have 80% chance of beginning to move all the way to the upside. And that is what I am expecting. Market should move upward, but as market move upward, we're going to see the market retrace as well, as we see the bulls control the market. And that is what you need to pay attention to be in the right direction of the market. That is why on the 1-day chart, I am looking at market moving upward, okay, into this very area of important resistance, because this resistance is here. We have this resistance right here as well, which was support at this very point. So resistance here, support here, resistance here. Market should move into this very area. That is why I am looking for a buy opportunity on the 4-hour chart. This is the 1-day chart, USDJPY. Look at it here, 1-day chart. So this is very important. And if you look at the 1-week chart, you discover that the 1-week chart is a very dull chart. And look at it, market move all the way to the upside, and we see this very drop all the way downward to exact point where market move from to the upside in the past, which means market coming back up and could not create a new high. Market come back down, could not create a new low, mean that market have capacity of moving upward. That's what it means, because if the bears on the 1-week chart were very strong in the market, we should have seen the market move downward and create a new low, okay, then retracement, create another new low. But that is not what we are seeing right here. We are seeing the market creating this very move at this very point, do not create a new low, which means market have possibility of moving upward. And that is what I am looking at on the 1-week chart, USDJPY. Market should move all the way to the upside, and that is what you need to pay attention to as well, to be in the right direction of the market. So from the 4-hour chart, 1-day chart, and 1-week chart, pay attention to all of these. Market is going to move upward. In my opinion, you may have something very different, or you may be looking at something very different, and that is the beauty of price action, where we look at different things, because we see different things in the market. And even though market is going to move upward, we're going to see small retracement on the 4-hour chart, and that is why I mark out that very area on the 4-hour chart for possible entry. And if you look at the Euro USD price action right here, I am on the 1-day chart. As you can see at this very point, market has been moving upward, bullish move, okay. So market move from this very point, we see this very area right here, and if you notice this very area, we see this resistance here, resistance right here, resistance right here, resistance here. One thing very profound on this very price action is the fact that when market move upward, we see this move, do not create a new low, move upward, come back down, not create a new low, move upward, and then all of a sudden we see a breakout. This is the same concept that I share on the YouTube channel on this very video right here. When you see market approaching resistance like this, then it means that market is about to break out to that very point. And that was why I shared this video yesterday. And if you've not watched this very video, go and watch it. It's very important for you to understand this concept and how it really works in the market. So market move upward, and we can draw out this very resistance to be a very strong resistance right here. And after that very nice move, we see a breakout at this very point. What happened? Market begin to break out. In fact, the detail in this very video is very, very important. Watch it right now. So from here, market begin to move upward. But as market was moving upward, what do we see? If you look at the movement of the bulls, it was very, very strong right here. So momentum was very strong, and the length of it was very significant. If you look at this very area as well, momentum was very strong, and the movement was also very significant. And if you look at this very point, the momentum have decreased significantly, although it still creates a new high, but not a significant new high, because if you look at the price action right here, the way market creates a new high here is significant, and the way market creates a new high here is significant. Look at this new high and this new high. There's a great distance from here to this very point. But if you look at this very new high, this is just a new high here. Why? The previous new high is at this very area. So the distance is not much. What that implies is that momentum is coming down. Momentum is down already from the bulls, they are not very much strong in the market, pushing the market all the way to the upside, just like they were doing right at this very point and what they were doing at this very area. So this is a very important concept that you must have to understand when it comes to momentum in the market. So what I am expecting based on this analysis is for the market to come back down. The market from this very area right here, this very point of 1.16623, this very area, and this very price level of 1.1431, this very region, market should come back all the way to the downside into this very area of important support. This is what I am expecting right now on the Euro USD 1-day chart. On the 1-day chart, market should from here come back down. That is my expectation right now on price action. A movement to the downside. That means you should be looking for a sell opportunity on the lower time frame. Look for sell opportunity on the lower time frame, for example, the 4-hour chart. And let me show you how that can play out on price action. If you look at it, market right here is looking bearish already. Why? Because if you look at the trend of this very market moved all the way to this very point, and you discover that market is going to break out very soon, connecting this trend line from this very point right here to this very area, to this very area, to this very point right here. A breakout here mean market is going to come all the way to the downside, and this is very, very important. So what I am waiting for to confirm this very sell opportunity is for the market to come back down and break on this very trend line. Once that breakout occur, I'll be very sure market have capacity of coming all the way to the downside, retracement, come back down. Of course, market will not just crash all the way to the downside like I was showing you on the 1-day chart. On the 4-hour chart, market is going to come back down. Then we see retracement, come back down, retracement, come back down, because we have a lot of support on this very area right here. So market is going to hold at that support level, but is it going to come all the way to the downside? Your job is to apply your strategy and look at the point of entry for a sell opportunity all the way to the downside. This is what I am personally looking at right now on this very price action. So for the Euro USD 4-hour chart, expect this very breakout to happen. Once that breakout happen, then market is going to move all the way to the downside. And of course, if I take my sell position too right here and I put it at this very point, this is where I am expecting the breakout to happen. Of course, my stop loss is going to be above this very point of important resistance. So above here is where my stop loss is going to be, slightly above it. And then my take profit target obviously should be at this very point right here. So I'm looking for 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Once I get 1 to 2 risk reward ratio is this very area. Okay, that is how this very trade should play out in the next coming days. This is my take on this very position, Euro USD 4-hour chart. And one important trick you must have to pay attention to is in this video right here that I just posted. Support and resistance will work if you apply this very secret. This is a video that you must have to watch. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you have not, and turn on the bell notification for more forex videos like this one. Also check the channel for other forex content. Join our Telegram channel, the link in the description of this very video, and also in the pinned comment for more forex update, news, analysis, and trading signal. Link down below in the description and also in the pinned comment. Join right now. It is a free Telegram channel. And if you want to watch my other videos on the channel, check this video out. It's going to help you greatly. And check this video out as well. It's going to help you as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.